Starting my day at 24-hour fitness because Netflix has become addicting. So what I'll do is I'll hit the squat rack, show you my final squat, my final set of squats for this year, and I'll also do something I told myself I wouldn't do again, was also get some deadlifts in. Deadlifts and squats, they put a good amount of strain on my back. The last time I did both exercises in the same day, yet alone the same week, that really, it didn't mess up my back, but my back was sore. So sore that I had to, and I did do the toss ice cold water in the bathtub and then just sit in it. That was the coldest I've ever been. But you know what? It works. It got rid of the soreness. Here we go. Last treadmill for the year. Oh boy. I'm also going to show you my last deadlift for the year. My last squat for the year. Place closes at 6. So I gotta rush this up. From sitting down watching Bird Box and Black Mirror, and then binging on the Voltron Legendary Defender series on Netflix. My back is a little sore right now. Ooh boy. Ouch, ouch, ouch. So this gym's gonna get crowded. It's gonna get crowded tomorrow. Or no, January 2nd. The New Year's resolutions. It's gonna happen. And lifting next. Hopefully my back can survive. Well, yeah. Last one for this year. Of course, right? Every In-N-Out I go to, the workers are happy and smiley. Maybe that's why I like it so much. I enjoy the smiles. Ooh, it's right there, right there. I can smell it. I can smell my order. Ooh, In-N-Out burger. Ooh, I smell the goodness. Oh, so good. Last one for the year. Okie dokie. Hey, y'all. Quick time. Take the first bite. Take the first bite. I'm pumped for this one. So, here comes my last double-double of the year. But not the last of my life. These are so good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's what French fries go into. There you go.
double on their French fries. I've had a lot of arguments. Well, I've heard the arguments. The doubles are great, but then people don't like their fries for the reason of when they get cold, they don't taste good. I got no problem with that. If they're cold, I won't put them in the oven. I'll put them in a. I won't put them in a microwave. I'll put them in a toaster oven. Say high heat 450 for about 5 or so minutes, and then you know what? They're good to me after that. Of course, not as good as fresh like they are right now. But they'll be good enough to eat. McDonald's fries. People say McDonald's fries are good, hot or cold. And yeah, it's true. It's true. But to me, there's still no difference. I mean, yeah, there's a difference in taste. But I think my love of potatoes just overrides everything. Not prejudiced against any potato. Let's see. My favorite way to prepare potatoes would be French fries. And then number 2 ranking, we'll call it potato wedges. Number 3, the country fried potatoes, where they're cut into like smaller cubes. And then I have to put a tie between mashed and baked potato. I have to put a tie. I mean, that's more on texture, right? Rather than how they're prepared. It's just the texture is the same. That's why I put them in a tie. All right, so that my battery doesn't die. Kind of cold too. There we go. So in this part, I have lots of. I've given you a lot of content this past week. Some of them were just recaps of what I've already talked about in past videos. I crawled out of a dark place. But later on, let's talk about the gold that I found. The gold. Right? I did find myself. I found the best parts of myself that were hidden, that were covered under so much darkness. And I got dirty, filthy, having to go through all of that. So dirty, so filthy. Having to go through all of that in order to find me, or to find parts of me I didn't even know I had. For example, I was never the best at being witty or telling jokes. But because of what I've studied and then going through into myself, those studies had really made me look at myself hard. It really did. And so what happened is, I found this wit that I never knew I had, which can stem to say everybody has wit, right? When you are born, it's a clean slate. The way you're shaped is how you are raised by mom and dad. And then when you go more into society, meaning school, then experiences at school will also shape you. And then, this is where different upbringings causes judgments. Kids are kids, right? If you don't represent what they learned when they grew up, or what they experienced at home, then you're different. And then that's where the bullying comes from and whatnot. I hope for my future kids, I'll have enough. I'll have enough to teach them to be less judgmental. Not be too rigid. The balanced way, right? To be balanced. I found confidence. I raised and found my self-worth. I spent a long time within these past 5 years, and it's going to continue. Just continue to grow. Continue as it goes on, as I continue to exist. So good. Being able to live in the present, that's something I learned. Parents growing up, my parents, I was not bombarded, living in the past, because I was always reminded of my past mistakes, quote, quote. And so I learned to fear the future. So I lived in the past, but feared the future all the time. Now, I am much better at remembering the past, looking forward to the future, but living in the present. That's the best way for me to live. Again, everything I tell you is just my own experience and what has worked for me. I'm not trying to be a recruiter and, telling you should do this, you should do that. If what I says makes sense, if what I talk about or say makes sense, feel free. This is an open book for you. It might work, it might not. Another thing, I've learned that, mistakes are not all bad. It's a gruesome, extreme idea, but if no one dies, if no one's paralyzed, if no one gets crippled, then mistakes are okay. There was a motivational speaker. He would say, love failure. Look forward to failure. Forget social conditioning. I'll get to that in a minute. Strive for failure because you learn the most from it. Pardon me. Excuse me. That's rude. You experience the most out of it. Absolutely. This Taekwondo family of mine here. I've well, should I say Phil? I have gained a bigger understanding. I have put some logistics into it too. I wanted this whole family to be together, that we could, at a drop of a dime, go and hang out outside of class, outside of training. But everyone's going to continue to have different priorities. Did that hurt me in the heart? Of course it did. But when I began to look in it more, to again look into myself more, I'm going, I can't do that. I'm not gonna give up. Matter of fact, it's giving me new motivation to keep going. One day I'll get what's the old saying? You can have your cake and eat it too. One day I'm gonna eat that cake. We're gonna get as many people from the Black Belt Club together. All the stars will align. all the stars will shine brighter, the planets will align, the flowers will fly down from the heavens, the velvet drapes will open, will part. I won't give up. I'll just keep on going. People will come, people will go. One positive thing of social media, I get to keep up somewhat. It all depends on how much you post. Let's do it. Let's do a big mob one day. Just take over the whole In-N-Out. Oh yeah. There's a few In-N-Outs that are normally empty on the inside. At around a certain time, I've been studying. Shh. Let's all just take it over. See, I'm thinking of what I've said already. Because I don't get much feedback from these videos. Not that it's your fault. We have different priorities. Maybe my videos are an eyesore or an ear sore to you. And that's okay. This is more for me, right? To be more open, more sociable. And I'll continue to do it as long as I'm teaching. Maybe even past that. Some of you teenagers will grow into adults. Some of you will get it on what I'm trying to do here. I know that reflection is important to me. Reflection. Feedback is important to me. So when I don't get the feedback I'm looking for, whether negative or positive, I'm left in limbo. Okay? Just like when people cut communications off with me. But there have been people who surprise me. And you know, that's reason enough to keep on going. That's the best reason to keep on going. It's raining now. Yeah, I'll just cut this off. So this is my last vlog here for this year. I'll do one tomorrow. I'll do one more tomorrow. And then we're going to go back to a regular schedule. And then I've just never watched Netflix for so long. My eyes hurt. So going to the gym was a relief. Don't let me stay at home with Netflix. Oh boy. I still got some more things to do. Daredevil's next. So I took care of Voltron, the legendary defender. Took care of the Stranger Things. Then Black Mirror. And the Bird Box movie. Ooh, man, Bird Box. Huh. And somewhere in there, I'll fit in some other stuff too. There's a lot of Hong Kong movies on there. So good. Okay. If I didn't wish you Merry Christmas, Merry belated Christmas, and then a Happy New Year. See you all starting January 2nd. Paradise Sales is the first class to go back into action. That's going to be Wednesday. See you next time. Yeah, I will not be using the highway to go home. I'm staying off the highway. Pretty wet out here.